Could you discuss the transition from civilian to airman in regards to how it felt, mindset change, environment change, etc.? Um, it's pretty abrupt. I can't remember who said it, but he was like, "Have you ever been abruptly placed into poverty?" It was hilarious the way he phrased it, but yeah, in the sense that you asked, um, joining the military, it's like you're abruptly placed into the military. There's no transition to the military. Like there's no time period where you just, all right, sit here, put this uniform on, and say, "I, sir." Now, the next time you say it, when I ask you to respond, you're gonna scream it a little bit louder. You're gonna scream, "I, sir." When I ask you something, when I tell you something, when I give you an order, you're gonna scream, "I, sir." "I, ma'am." Like, no, you go to the Marine boot camp and they ask you, they say anything, they address you, they breathe in your direction, you screaming, "I, sir," at the top of your lungs. You just respond, respond, respond. Respond, I say. Military is that the military is a transition that you can't prepare for. Not in everything. The mind is the last thing that gets transitioned over to the military. The body could be ready. You might be fit. You might be able to run and do push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, all that. Um, your money might be right. You might be prepared to leave, home and leave all your belongings and start over and leave your car. Cool. You might be set. All of that. But the last thing that transitions over to the military is the mind, and there is no smooth transition. There just isn't. There can't be. How do you prepare to be in an environment like basic training for 2 months? There's nothing to compare to in the civilian world. The closest thing is probably prison. And if you've had that experience, you're not going to basic training. I mean, the chances of you going to basic training the probability is quite low. There are waivers for everything. Waivers for everything. But yeah, the transition from civilian to airman, in regards to everything else that is not your mind and body, well, your mind rather, you prepare it by just simply preparing for transition, because the military is one huge continuous pattern of transition. You're just changing a lot. It's a cycle of transition. That's what the military is. Get used to moving a lot, which the main thing you need when you're moving a lot. It's why I'm here on this chair on a Friday night. I'm not in a hotel in Fairbanks or Anchorage, because transition requires resources. And so the money I would normally be putting into a hotel, I'm putting in savings, because I know when it's time to move, I need money. I need cash on hand. I don't need a bunch of IOUs and prayers and God, just send me an apartment that got water on and lights, and send me this and send me a bed and send me a dresser and a 4K TV and send. No, prepare. Prepare. So, um, prepare everything in regards to, you shouldn't be traveling with mattresses and couches. And no, you need cash. You need order, meaning you address all the chaos in your life. Anything that's out of order, anything that's causing you stress, anxiety, address it head on. Credit, health, uh, family, car, uh, address all the chaos in your life. Prepare your funds. Make sure you got some savings. Be prepared to go maybe a month or so without, a check, or so. It could be longer, but at least a month. Be prepared for that. And then the last thing that's going to transition over to the military is your mind. And I mean, you can watch as many of my videos as you want, but you won't change over until you change over. And so, unfortunately, that's the way that works.